All right, hello everybody to Late Night with Ryan. It's our first episode. We're very, very excited to deliver this for you, and we want to thank the campus of Baldwin Wallace University and specifically Professor Joe T for helping provide us with cameras and the setup for tonight's show, as we're very lucky to be here. It's going to be me and Austin Fisher. Super excited for the show we have. First thing we got to start off with, though, my Carolina Panthers, which you all just watched play on Monday Night Football, and just an absolutely awful game, right? Like just an awful game. One of the real shitters of Monday night action. So we're going to have to discuss this. And so this is our first episode. We're very excited. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about some other stuff. Hopefully it's comedic. Hopefully you enjoy it. I've never done anything live, so I guess it's going to be wild. So that's it from me. And let's run into our first segment for tonight, which is the Panther Pep Talk. Austin, will you walk with me, please? Oh, I almost fell over in this chair. Bring it in closer, please. So this is intimate, yeah. 20-9. 29. That was the final of the Carolina Panthers game this evening. I want to read you some stats here, okay? Passing yards, Niners 193, Panthers 161. Niners came into this game the 28th best rushing offense in the NFL, 147 to the Panthers 69. Niners had 23 first downs, the Panthers 12. We're going to jump to the Bryce Young numbers. 18 for 29, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I mean, it just can't happen, right? I mean, Austin, it just can't happen.
Can't?
No. Listen, I've been a Carolina Panthers fan for 10 years now. Pretty much the only team I ever liked. There was a brief period where I'd play with the Canton Greats on Madden. I was very disappointed to find out they weren't real. They were hella good. But the Carolina Panthers, at some point we need to have a discussion. I've been a Bryce Young believer. I've been a Bryce Young supporter. But if he can't win the big games, what are we doing? Right? So if we make the playoffs this season, that's one thing. Buys himself more time. But if this consistently becomes the path where we can only beat the Falcons and bad teams, is that really enough? I mean, you look at the New England Patriots, and they said, Mac Jones, you're not doing enough. Now, granted, Bryce Young's playing better than Mac Jones did, right? No doubt. But I am saying sometimes there's credence to the idea that if you ship the guy off, sometimes it works. It does. I mean, the Vikings got rid of Kirk Cousins, brought in Sam Darnold, had a great year. Now, granted, lost the wild card, but still. I mean, now a lot of it, I will say, depends on luck, right? You need great luck in the NFL. I mean, like, when I think of luck, I think about that time the U.S. president avoided an assassination attempt because he was actually going to the bathroom.
Where's the president?
Oh my God, we're so fucked.
Is the president still in the bathroom?
Everybody get down, Secret Service. Now where is the president?
I don't know. I think he went to the bathroom again.
Seriously? The bathroom? What kind of country are we running?
But I mean, overall for the Carolina Panthers, we now move into the spot where we always are, right behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I would like to see us leapfrog them and become a dominant team in this division, but I can't lie to myself. And so that's the end of my Panther pep talk. No, turn the cameras off. We're done with the Panther pep talk, you know? It's too much. It's too much. All right, now we're going to bring in Austin Fisher. He's going to come on and do some EV passes with me. Fisher, come on over.
Ryan Klinger, thank you for having me.
It's great to see you this evening. You and I usually record over Zoom, so this feels really. It feels like we're big stuff. We have lights on, no mic, no earbud mic. This feels like a big deal to me.
This is legit. We're live. Like, we can't fake this. We can't provide you the picks after the fact. So it's as raw as it gets. You heard it first.
Yeah, everybody's always been dying. They're like, Ryan, why don't you do more things raw? That's what they've been consistently telling me. So now that we're live, we can't cut my bad
just
jokes
like that,
either.
there you go.
Yeah, I just had to throw one out there, literally. Throw it out raw. But
there you go.
So I want to explain to everybody who hasn't watched before. EV Passes is a show that Fisher and I have been doing for a long time on my podcast, Sort of Sports Podcast, which we're probably still going to consistently do even with the live show. Now we have Late Night Ryan. We're not going to stop doing the Sort of Sports Podcast, but this is less conversational than the Sort of Sports Podcast is. This is a little more segment-driven. That's more conversation-driven. But we like to do EV Passes where Fisher supplies us 6 picks for the next week in NFL betting to help you get the best EV out of your bets. Now, EV passes, where does that come from? Well, the EZ passes, that stupid tolls you have to run through that Jackson Dart doesn't understand. Thought it was a clever play on words. After that, we're going to do primetime picks. We make our picks for this week's primetime slate. So, Fisher, how'd we do last week in EV passes?
Last week, we actually made EV history.
Okay.
For the first time, and it's not a great history, but
No, we're historically kind of bad.
no, it's been about
mid, right?
We've been about 500, I would say,
Okay.
maybe slightly above. Last week, though, we did have a losing week. We went 1-4. We had a push last week. That's the first time we've had
Interesting.
one go right down the middle. That push was Steelers +3. I told you they'd play a close game to the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I believe the Bears would win. I thought they would win by 1. They won by 3. So right down the middle. We ended up watching that game for fun. No sweatsies there. But a lot of weird football this week. We took Seattle -13.5 last week. The Titans actually played that a lot better than I thought they would have. It was actually kind of scary at the end there. Like every 1 o'clock game kind of came down to the wire. But Seattle, I think they're still one of the best teams in football. Just didn't cover. Patriots, Bengals, 49.5. I had their over. That game was at 46. And Uncle Joe, he had one drive in him. And I'm like, just get there, Joe. Come on. We did it, Joe. Like, we got to get there. And Joe did in fact, not produce on that final drive. And I think that might have actually been his farewell tour drive. Joe Burrow playing football next week. Based on what
How do
I've
we
heard.
feel on that?
Not good. I'm going to be completely honest with you. After seeing what happened with Jaden Daniels, I can't justify that. I really can't.
I guess my big concern is, and you look at every team that tries this, when has it ever worked? Like, when have they ever brought in the injured quarterback to salvage the season and then they go on to a great playoff run? Has it ever happened?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of a time when that has happened versus when teams are kind of in that mix and they're like, okay, this guy's a little bit injured. Kind of what the Texans are doing right now, riding the wave of Davis Mills. I don't think C.J. Stroud's having a great year. Obviously, he's been in a slump for the last couple, but he's still a better quarterback than Davis Mills. Mills, though, is doing a great job, and he needs credit where credit's due.
He did beat the Bills.
He beat the Bills. That's a great feat. I mean, granted, that Texan defense played a huge part.
Yeah.
They were incredible, too. But that being said, like all you need is a game manager to go 500 until you can get your guy back. And unfortunately for the Bengals, they have played tough competition. Their defense is atrocious, and Joe Burrow doesn't have an offensive line. I just fear the worst for him. I think every year is going to be the same until something changes functionally with either that defense or the offensive line or both, or Zach Taylor. He's not getting enough. There's a lot of problems with the Bengals you're going to come to find.
Well, and my thing is with the Bengals. I was just actually talking to a friend of mine today, and he was talking to me about, he's a bit of a Baltimore Ravens fan, and he was like, I just wish the Ravens had better receivers, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, I was like, you get caught up in the receiver game, but if you look at your best teams, you have to build your teams one of two ways. Superhuman quarterback with receivers, or really good receivers, really great team with a decent quarterback. The Eagles are more that.
Yes.
I know there's some Hurts lovers, but big picture, the Eagles are more that, right?
100%, yep.
I would say the Lions are more that. And so those teams have to build it that way. When you have Lamar, you have Josh Allen, you have Joe Burrow, you have Mahomes, you can't do the receiver game or else the rest of the team will be awful.
Exactly. Yep.
And the theory is your quarterback is so good, you can elevate receiver talent. And so he's like, well, I just think it'd be better if we had better receivers. And I'm like, not to be this way. You look at a team that didn't do that, the Bengals, and they're getting destroyed for it.
Yep,
Like
great
they shouldn't
quarterback,
have
great
bought into the wide
receivers.
receiver thing.
Yeah, and they can't afford a good defense right now. Trey Hendrickson, right? He's coming off a year where he led the NFL in sacks, and it's 2025, and unfortunately for him, Myles Garrett now has more sacks than the entire Bengals team right now, which is an absurd stat. And I actually want to stay on Myles Garrett for a little bit. Being a Browns fan, there's no better and simultaneously worse time to be a Browns fan than present day. I really do think the future of this team is brighter than maybe any other team, other than, I'm going to say the Giants actually have a very bright future ahead of them. Based on the Browns' schedule, the draft capital they have, and the rookies that they have put out on the field, they became the first team in NFL history, I believe, to have 4 different rookies go for 40 or more yards in a game. That's significant.
That is significant.
Like getting Sampson, Judkins, Fannin, Shadur, Gabriel, like we legitimately have given every rookie reps. That's only on the offensive side. Mason Graham has been great. Schlesinger's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And, you build around a veteran like Myles Garrett, good things are going to happen. I've been preaching this to Steelers fans for years now. If you give Myles Garrett just half of what TJ Watt has, give him half of a Cam Hayward, half of an Alex Highsmith, he's going to do incredible things. And 13 sacks in 4 games is an all-pro season in a month. It's unequivalent to anything I've ever seen. So I'm very excited for the future of this team.
I mean, I'm a Shador guy. I have been for a long time. I will say, I thought he played a pretty good game. I don't think he played an incredible game, and I think we can't overrate him.
I want you to grade it. Actually, I want to get.
Oh my gosh!
Because I have my letter.
If the
grade.
Panthers didn't play today, I was going to wear my Shador Shirtsky first episode of Late Night Ryan.
I left that at home actually, but hey, next week when the
You
Browns
have a
beat the
Shador
Niners-
Shirtsky?
I do. Yeah, it's time to be
what color?
legendary. It's gray, but it has Shador throwing this up. I got
Oh, that's
some
not a
dates.
Shirtsky then. That's not a Shirtsky.
Oh, okay, it's not.
That's just a T-shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's Shirtsky. Like, it's 12 Sanders,
Okay.
all white.
Okay.
Well, not all white, brown numbers.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I might have to invest, but I will be wearing my Shador shirt when we beat the Niners next week. My roommate did say, by the way, who is a Steelers fan for those that don't know, that the Browns, he just has that hunch that they're going to win next week against the Niners. So,
If you guys beat the Niners after we looked awful against them,
yeah. Does that say more about San Francisco or Carolina or Cleveland?
I think Carolina.
Yeah.
I think it shows that we're like just in that weird spot as
Yeah.
a team that you don't want to be in. Now, granted, I don't want to be bottom feeders either,
No.
but I just think we're in that weird.
That one's for you Saints fans.
Yeah, that's.
I hate to be that guy, but man,
Yeah.
your only touchdown coming from a Kirk Cousins pick six, which has been weeks in the making now. He's probably got a couple more in him this year. That offense is atrocious. Specifically, that goal line offense. It needs help. And Taysom Hill, the Storm and Mormon is not the answer. So,
No.
No. But
No.
back to the Shador letter grade. We kind of just glanced over that. What would you give? I have a letter in mind.
Are we doing pluses and minuses?
Yeah. I hate to.
I hate like you doing this live too. Like
Yeah.
I can't ever think about
raw.
it. Speaking of being live, mind frame. Is it good?
No, I think you're great.
Okay.
I think we look good.
Oh my gosh, dude. I feel like I can't take it long to think now. Shador.
I can give mine first, and I can explain why if you.
No,
want to
because yours is going to be higher than me.
Okay.
I think it's a flat C.
Okay.
I think it's a straight C because I think there are moments that were impressive, and I think there were moments that kind of just passed me over. And I think he made some. That one throw is the throw that they're going to all clip and they're all going to talk about.
Yep.
That was the throw for Shador Sanders, and so I mean that's kind of the big thing for him. What do you think?
I was going to give him a C+. I'm a little bit, even as a Browns fan, the over media analysis of Shador Sanders is a little bit invigorating. Like, it's a lovely thing to have a guy with all this hype. And I wanted to draft Shador, by the way. From day one, from the moment the Browns got pick number 2, I'm like, we've got our guy. Never in a million years did I think we would draft 2 quarterbacks, take Shador in the 5th round, and everything would play out the way that it did this season. Not one time did I think that would happen. That being said, though, I think having given Gabriel 5.5 games of football where he won 1 game, looked below efficient in every one of them, and then you have the yards per average every other game, I think a C+ is a very round number for this game in particular for Shador. We saw great things. He was able to roll out. He was able to fire the football. He had really good moments scrambling, and that's what Stefanski kind of built his offense on to begin with. You know, when he was early on in his coaching career with the Browns in 2020 with Baker Mayfield, it was the constant, the bootlegs, the rollout, trying to get Odell in these post routes and these cutbacks, everything like that. That's just the Kevin Stefanski mind. And having a quarterback like Dylan Gabriel or a guy that really can't get outside the pocket like Joe Flacco, it makes it a lot more difficult for that to happen. So there's going to be growing pains. But for 1 week of first-team reps, granted against a really bad Raider defense, I think the touchdown pass, people are going to say a lot of things. Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, 71 yards after catch. He really didn't do much there. And I don't disagree.
Yeah.
That being said, go back a couple weeks. Dylan Gabriel against the Jets had the exact same throw to the same side of the field. Where did that football end up? Over top of the receiver's head, out of bounds. It's not anything.
No, he's better than
crazy.
Gabriel. I think he's better than Gabriel.
100%.
Yeah, he's better than
100%.
Gabriel.
That argument's out the window. And I think Stefanski's a little bit upset and maybe spiteful that he had to start Shador this week because Gabriel is at a concussion protocol. But he made that announcement today. And I'm here to tell you right now, tickets will sell for the end of the year. But I'm not a fan of like every.
I'm sure the Haslam's are happy with that.
Well, for sure. But I'm not a fan of every single Shador completion being posted online. Like, I don't enjoy, especially for a football team that has had that narrative for years. You go back to 2019 where it's like, they got Odell. We're going to be under the spotlight every single time. The Browns don't thrive when they're under the spotlight. Their best years, 2020, 2023, nobody really considered them like a contender. You know what I mean? They especially in 2020, the Browns were 9-3 and nobody was talking about them because the Packers were that good that year. You know, the 49ers were incredible that year. I'm trying to think of teams in the AFC that were knocking socks off. The Chiefs were 15-2. Nobody had time to talk about the Browns, but
No, that's
they
true.
rolled to Pittsburgh.
That's facts.
They get that win.
That's facts.
The spotlight does not support the Browns. And so we're in a very weird place right now, having the most spotlight-driven rookie quarterback probably ever. And a team that doesn't thrive in the spotlight. Who's going to win that battle? Guess we'll find out in the next coming weeks.
Are you want to get into the EV passes?
Yeah. We'll I guess finish up what happened last week. Falcons money line did hit. They were underdogs that game, into plus money, like very, very late on into the week. Eagles minus 4.5. Philadelphia. My goodness, there are issues, like prevalent issues with this football team that I don't think have been addressed because they were 8-2 up until last week. But having lost in Dallas to a team that is as big of a rival as the Cowboys needs to open up some eyes. Up 21 points and they lose. That's inexplicable. They scored on their first 3 drives and didn't score again. And then Bucks plus 6.5. I mean, Sean McVay suffocated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's a stat that sticks out to me. In the first 34 plays from scrimmage, do you want to guess how many of those plays were passing? I might have this number slightly wrong.
Sean McVay?
Yes.
I mean, I think Sean McVay should be like 15.
27
Wow.
of the first 34 plays were passing.
I figured there was a lot. That's a lot.
Completely suffocated the secondary of Tampa. 31 points in the first half. Mayfield goes out at halftime with injury. And credit to Todd Bowles for doing the right thing. That game was a lost cause at halftime.
Yep.
And he threw Teddy Bridgewater in there. Take notes, Cincy. Take notes, Washington. Like, that's what you should do. And that's a team that's competing. That's a team right now that's fighting for their lives in their division. And fortunately for them, Carolina lost tonight, so that does help them. But
Yeah.
they've lost a lot. I mean, I also think it helps to put into perspective, he's dealt with a lot of injuries already. So he already, sees the writing on the wall there with, hey, let's not put our quarterback in this situation. But the last couple of weeks have been very rough for Bucs fans. They have been injured. Baker has not looked very good. He has fallen off the MVP ladder with each
It
week.
is weird. They right as the time it was like the tide was high for them, everybody was excited. They just kind of fell apart for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean,
Yeah.
I was high on them, and now, I mean, I don't know where you stand. At least for me, if we're talking about the hierarchy of the NFL, it's teams that win the Super Bowl. In my mind, I think Rams have to be the favorite.
100%.
I think it's the Rams. I would still give it credit to the Eagles. This is no particular order. The Rams are like a tier of their own, in my opinion.
Okay, that's yours.
And then like Eagles, people are going to be saying I'm nuts. Eagles, Broncos, Patriots are like all in the same tier for me.
You think Seattle? Where's Seattle going there?
I'm putting Seattle tier below.
Wow, okay.
I put the Chiefs in that upper tier along with the Colts. I think
like
all
that.
of those are right
Yeah.
there. So that 5, it's like those. That would that be 6? It'd be
Yeah.
Rams, Chiefs, Eagles, Patriots, Broncos, Colts.
Yep.
Those are kind of the 6 teams to me that win the Super Bowl. The Bills are out right now. The Bills have to step up their play, and the Ravens, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. It's too little, too late. All right, what's up with EV passes?
Yeah, we'll go into this week. Very interesting week, by the way, having the NFL going through Thanksgiving, Black Friday football at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just like everybody asked for. And, it's going to be a very short and sweet Sunday. But for the first time, we're actually going to throw some non-Sunday football picks into the EV passes. So, kicking things off for your Thanksgiving lunch, we got the Lions minus 2.5 against the Packers this week. Now, the Lions probably played their worst game of the year that they escaped with a win. Now, the Giants are a feisty team. You said they're America's favorite shitters, and I don't disagree with that. They've continued that legacy despite Cam Scatterbo not being on the football field, and I admire that. They've been okay with that. But I think my favorite moment of the NFL season actually occurred in that game. Gunnar Olszewski, 33-yard passing touchdown to Jameis Winston.
Hell of a stat.
Who shook off a man in the open field,
Oh, yeah.
hit a spin move, and then hit a finger roll into the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not watching that game on Sunday, you're missing out on possibly the best moment of the year.
Yeah.
It was incredible. But Lions played awful that game. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, had the second or third best fantasy football performance ever by a running back. 55.4 points last week, 69-yard rushing touchdown in overtime to get that win against the Giants. Lions found a way. They're gritty. We've known they are. But
They're a
this
Dan
year,
Campbell team.
of course. This year, though, they've kind of just been a little bit, dare I say, unfortunate in a couple games. They've just drawn the short end of the stick.
I don't love the OC. I don't
No.
love the play calling.
I agree.
It's not where it used to be.
And there was always going to be growing pains because
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, you can't replace him.
Nope.
And I'm going to give him credit. I know you don't want to because here we go. In my mind, who you think the Colts are, I think the Bears are. Ben Johnson, 8-3 with the Chicago Bears right now. They just got their
They
best
better
win
be in
of
the
year.
EV picks if you're
They
going
just they are.
EV passes.
They just got their best one of the year against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who again are a team that they never fall off, right? They are always constantly a 500 football team, and they are the standard. And I think the Bears, despite Caleb having another awful game, he needs to improve. Well, I wouldn't say awful. He had a mediocre game, but
Yeah.
for a Bears, quarterback standard, good enough.
Yeah.
Really do wonder what this team would look like if Jay Cutler were 24 years old again. I'm just throwing that out there, man.
I had
Jay
a Madden
Cutler.
franchise on
Yeah.
Madden 25.
Yeah.
And my sister can still quote Jay Cutler with the deep ball
Yep.
from that game. Was that Jim Nance, Phil Simms on that game? I think so. I think
Yeah.
it was Madden 24. Jay Cutler with the deep ball. Great call from Jim Nance because it was like the only piece of audio they had for when he threw more than 15 yards to Jay Cutler. So of course, I was in like 5th grade, so I was
Yeah.
just bombing that shit downfield all the time.
Of course. Yeah. No, I mean, Jay Cutler was probably like.
He won the Super Bowl in my world.
Yeah, no. I can't think of another quarterback that was like consistently for their entire career outside of the top 10. Like, not in the top 10 for a single
He's
season.
Jameis Winston.
But he was the Bears starting quarterback for how many years? Like, they just.
4?
Was it only 4? I thought it was more than that.
I don't think it was that long.
Really?
But
Okay.
We'll have to look into this. Bears history.
But again.
So, very popular history, I'm sure.
Yeah, they never really like looked to move on. Now, granted, the Bears are possibly up there for all time the worst franchise when it comes to quarterbacks. Still yet to have that 4,000-yard passer, and it's not going to happen this year either.
Who's the quarterback in the '85 Bears? Do you know off the top of your head?
Oh, is it like McMahon? McMahon like sounds right.
I feel like there's guys who are like over 40 that can name it instantly.
Yeah,
But like the '85 Bears are, I think, probably the most famous NFL team ever. Like as an individual team. But like I can't. All the guys I know are defense or Walter Payton.
do you think Dan Campbell and Mike Ditka are like just different generations of the same guy?
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think it's the same type of thing. It's a rough, tough. I get the most out of my guys. I draft who I want,
Yes,
not
yeah.
positional value. I just do. Remember, people forget about this. When they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, I remember them on the draft broadcast being like, they could have gotten Gibbs 10 picks later. I don't know why they're doing this. They should have traded back. And Dan Campbell's like, I'm just taking who I want. I don't care about positional. And here's the thing. It worked.
Yeah, good for him. That great shout. I mean, he's a prolific running back in the NFL right now. So
There's a
that's
guy
great.
telling me he's best running back in the league. He's nuts. He's being drawn in too much by fantasy.
Facetious.
But, all right, what's going on?
All right, so that's minus 112, Lions minus 2.5. Moving on, we're going to stay on Thanksgiving, finish out your night with Bengals, Ravens over, over 51.5. And again, I wouldn't have looked at this game more than once. But Joe Burrow coming back,
Yeah.
every time the Bengals and Ravens play each other, you know you're going to get a 38-35, a 41-37. You're getting a football game in that upper echelon of points. This game might go over in the first half.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me. Now, the Bengals dealing with a lot of injuries at wide receiver. T. Higgins not going to play next week. I'm not sure what Jamar Chase, I'm sure he will coming back from suspension, but he's not going to be in great spirits having, I think if he was in that game last week against the Patriots, they probably win. I'll be honest with you.
My roommate, who does not watch any NFL football, this Sunday, Bengals game, because I'm watching, oh my gosh, who the Bengals play? It's running.
Patriots.
Yes, thank you. I was like, why was I watching Bengals Patriots? That's why. Bengals Patriots. Sorry, just slipped my mind. Bengals Patriots game, and he overhears, and of course Chase being out due to the spitting incident last week, he turns around, he's like, "What did he do?" It's like,
Yeah.
let me explain.
Yeah, yes, you're going to want to
Woo! All right.
Yeah. No,
what
that-
you were thinking was significantly worse than
Yeah.
what happened, but yeah.
In all fairness, I mean, that was just a very boneheaded move from him. And
Yeah.
it probably cost the Bengals a game, which in the AFC North right now, I was telling my roommate this earlier, like, the Browns have had 3 games where they snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory. The Bengals week 1, the Ravens last week, and then the Vikings in London in week 5. Pick 2 of 3. If the Browns win 2 of 3, they're a game out of the division.
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound real.
Yeah.
But like that's how bad the AFC North has been this year. And you just feel like every time the Browns are good, the Steelers are going to be 12-5, the Ravens are 14-3.
Yeah.
It's just that's how the AFC North functions. Everyone's good, everyone's bad, one or the other. But it is what it is. But again, a 3-8 Bengals team with nothing to lose. They're going to throw their whole offense out there. Ravens, I mean, you know what they have. They had a bad week last week, which makes me feel more confident. So over 51.5 minus 110.
Okay. What's the next pick?
All right, yeah, I already mentioned it. I'm taking the Bears plus 7. Black Friday football in Philadelphia. The Eagles have been a team that
This is a bounce back game for the Eagles. This is a terrible choice.
I don't care. I'm not sold on Philadelphia.
I'm not sold on
excited.
Chicago.
Good. This game will decide, I guess. And it's not going to be a straight up thing. I don't think that the Bears are going to win, but I do like them to cover the spread here. It's going to be a close game. I'm feeling like a 27-23 type of thing, maybe. We'll see what happens there. But that Bears defense needs talked about right now. They have 3 of the top 5 interception leaders on their team as individuals. That's a pretty gross secondary. And Jalen Hurts is a guy who has kind of been heating up throwing the football recently, but they can't make that their identity. I think they've kind of removed Saquon too much from the offense, and they face the consequences. You can't just, be like, okay, well, you're a 2,000-yard rusher, but A.J. Brown's, reading too many books on the sidelines. He needs the football more. That can't happen. So I just don't think the Eagles are in a great place, and last week might have been their wake-up call, but short week, I don't think they're going to be awake enough. And I don't see them covered here. So I like the Bears +7 at -115.
I think for Black Friday, they should embrace the fact that it's Black Friday and do the NFL game at 3 in the morning. Who says no?
Not me.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
everybody, and here's the thing, Black Friday anymore, it's the whole damn month. And also, it's
True.
all online anymore.
Yeah, but Cyber Monday.
So let's make it
what is
fun.
that? What's that woke nonsense? What's Cyber Monday? Like, what are we doing? Come on. We're just technologizing. That's not even a word. I'm making it up. It's not
Cyber
in this
Monday.
economy. Like, really? You remember Black Friday where they would like open up a store and people would just run in there and just grab stuff and just they wouldn't even think about what they're grabbing. It's 50% off. Take it. Nowadays it's just like let me wake up at a comfortable 9:30 in the morning, sip my cup of coffee, and go to Amazon. There's no love in that game. There's nothing good there.
Now it's just like Costco.
Yeah.
That's they open it up at 8 in the morning. Everybody's going to get their hot dogs.
Exactly.
That's the
It's-
equivalent now. That's just every Saturday in Columbus, Ohio.
True. Big Saturday coming up in Columbus.
Big Saturday coming up in Columbus, Ohio.
Huge.
I think the Michigan money line is value. I just want to toss that out there. I don't know if they're going to win, but why? I mean, why not? It's going to be probably like plus 250, plus 350.
I mean, we'll check in between EV picks here, but I don't know, man. I thought last year I had the spread was 20.5 last year, and I was like, Ohio State's gonna murder.
I'll look at it. You give me the next pick.
I was excited for that, but next pick going into Sunday, we're skipping over every 1 o'clock game. I think. Let me verify. Yeah, no 1 o'clock games on this one. But to the 405, you got Seattle -10.5 at 105, -105 over the Minnesota Vikings. 9 is the new number of Satan, probably, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Vikings are an absolute disgrace on the offensive.
9 is historically an Angels number.
It
which
is,
crazy
but
for you.
J.J. McCarthy, must have stood on his head in the locker room or something because, I don't understand. His persona has taken over him like the Green Goblin mask, and it's not good. It has been atrocious. He had his worst week of football last week against Green Bay.
It's been rough.
And I didn't watch much of it, but you were, I wouldn't say sold on the Vikings, but you said Seattle and Minnesota were like the same team in your mind. That bridge has probably fallen vastly.
And
week
Seattle's
after
gotten
week.
worse.
Yeah, the Seattle hasn't been a great team either, but they win
Yeah.
football games.
Yeah.
And I don't think Minnesota's a bad defense, but they can't do it on their own.
I just want to throw out there,
Go.
Michigan is plus 310. Money line.
310. What is the spread on that? Do you remember off the top of your
12.5.
head? 12.5?
They are favoring it towards Michigan because they're afraid of it losing. That's what's crazy. It probably shouldn't be 12.5. It should be more.
12.5.
What do you think the line's going to be for Ohio State, Indiana? If they're both
Indiana. If they meet in the Big Ten title,
undefeated? Yeah, which they will.
it's in Indiana too. But Ohio State fans travel so well.
It's like 2.5.
I like a nice little either 9.5 or 10.5.
Wow, so
Yeah.
you're heavy.
You think it's heavy?
Oh no, I think it's 2.5.
3. Wow. Okay.
I think it's close because
You
I
know
think
what, maybe you're right.
I think they know whatever people are going to bet it either
Yeah.
way. People are going to bet on the underdog
Yeah.
game. So.
Maybe I should go more like 6.5 there. But
Yeah, you give whatever.
is what it is.
What was the? Did we get a pick for
yeah,
that game?
-10.5 for Seattle against the Vikings.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Okay.
in Seattle as well.
What's the next one? We got to keep moving.
Yeah, Chargers -10 at -108 against the Raiders. The Raiders are
No,
the
that's a
worst
lock. I
team.
don't know why
Yeah.
the line's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Everybody should bet that tonight. That's free. It's a get right game for the Chargers. The Raiders suck.
Yep.
That's
All right,
free.
and we're gonna wrap it up with.
I'm not even
Pittsburgh.
concerned it's a trick. That's
No,
just
no,
that's just
100%.
take
The
it.
Raiders are awful. It's free
Just
money to
take
bet
that.
against them.
Yeah.
Wrapping it up though, we're taking the Steelers +3.5 at home against the Bills this week. This is
No.
you don't think so? See, this is a get right game for both teams. Which
Yeah,
is
that's
why
the
it's weird.
problem.
Yeah, it might be a stay away. Maybe we'll see.
Two rights, two want to be rights. I don't know. There's something there.
I don't know, but Pittsburgh last week had that push, and so I'm like, you know what? This is a make or break game for the EV. They might go on the ban list if they don't cover on this game. But
True.
I think they might get Aaron Rodgers back.
Okay.
His wrist injury is very weird.
Yeah.
They're playing it like John Harbaugh. It's like, well, Lamar's going to be week to week, and then it's week 16. It's like, hey, why is Tyler Huntley still playing football? It's going to get a little bit better for him, I think, offensively there. I like that half a point though, a little
Right.
extra field goal cushion. So if you want to bet everything, it's 10 to win, 495.96. Would not do that. I don't think we've done better than 5-0. I think
No.
we're 5-1 once.
Pick
Yeah.
like one you like. That's what I would
That's
recommend.
Seattle one. No, the Chargers.
The Chargers.
The
one.
Chargers. One.
You know,
100%, yeah.
bet like $5, make
Yeah.
like 9, move all
Yeah,
together 9. move on.
and go buy yourself a 4 for 4 from Wendy's. Have a great dinner.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
There you go.
we go. We're not sponsored.
No.
All right. Last week in primetime picks, you beat me. You went 2-1.
I did get 2-1. Yeah.
You had Bills over Texans, Rams over Bucks, and Niners over Panthers. I obviously took my Carolina Panthers. We were both wrong on the Bills. Coming into this week, first game, Thursday Night Football. Wrapping up Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Bengals at Ravens. I am going to take the Ravens here because they need it.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty obvious. It's going to be the Ravens. Do you want to do the other Thanksgiving games, or do you consider those primetime? Or Black
I have in
Friday?
the past, but big picture, I feel like now. I
Okay,
just
that's fine.
like picking 3. It's easiest for us.
That's fine. That's cool. All right.
Also don't want to have you pick Packers and I pick Lions and then I lose.
Yeah, no, it's going to be weird with the record. I don't
Yeah,
disagree. Yeah, Ravens should be. I mean, they're 7-point favorites, and
Yeah.
they're at home.
Yeah.
That should be a lock.
Sunday Night Football, Broncos at Commies. I think we both have Broncos here.
Yeah, the Commanders are a disappointing team right now. They're tanking.
Yeah, this is a bad slate of prime time.
I was looking at my preseason predictions, and I actually had them in the NFC title game. I fell into that propaganda. That's my one bad pick this year.
I
So-
also have the Commies NFC Championship. I thought about taking them to be in the Super Bowl. Broncos,
No.
Commies, I had both in their conference championships, and one of those significantly less crazy. Nixie, baby. Monday Night Football, Giants at Patriots. This is so right now, if you're paying attention to the media narrative, and you know I'm always on top of this, I'm always paying attention to the MVP, because everybody thinks the MVP is stat-driven. It's bullshit. The number one thing is the media narrative. Right now, if you notice, there's a lot of social media posts about Matthew Stafford. He just had a primetime win. Matthew Stafford's getting all the push. If Drake May balls out against the Giants, you're going to see the Drake May push, and he's going to become the betting favorite for MVP once again. I'm just telling you right now, this is the game you play when you watch how the narratives form. So I'm telling you right now, the Patriots, if they beat the Giants by 20 points, Drake May has about 300 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, maybe even sneaks in one. Media's going to be posting about him on social media, and he's going to retake the MVP. If they don't have a strong win here, this is when Stafford takes hold of the MVP. I'm just telling you right now, warning you.
Okay, for reference, I'm going to go and check the odds. Oh, I had the Patriots. I should throw that out there first and foremost. So we agree on everything this week, as we probably should. Matthew Stafford right now, minus 215, Drake May plus 200. Matthew Stafford, for reference, I have been heavily
I'm a
complimentary
big Stafford fan, too.
of Matthew Stafford for several weeks now. I think he has been my MVP vote for probably 3 or 4. Current stats on the year: 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
No, it's good. It's very good. It's better than Drake's numbers. It's better than Drake's numbers.
People were talking about hey, if Myles Garrett gets 25 sacks this year, or if Jackson Smith-Njigba goes for 2,400 yards, which they're both on pace for around those numbers, which are historic and would demolish records, what would that do for the MVP race? In all honesty, I would say, hey, last year or the year before, where it was kind of weak and it was it was an award hey, you beat this team, you take it. Especially in 2023, Lamar did not deserve MVP that year, in my mind. I don't think so at all. He deserved it more last year than the year before, but winning
That's
it
why it's
back-to-back-
weird. His 24 seasons actually is better.
Right, yeah. But again, that 23 season, if, Matthew Stafford wouldn't have the year he was having. And, well, I guess we should flip it that way. If Myles Garrett and Jackson Smith-Njigba were having these years in 2023, which one do you think would have a better chance at MVP?
Matthew Stafford or Jigba?
No. Myles Garrett or Smith-Njigba. What a 20...
Both teams had similar records those years too.
Okay, well, yeah,
I would say there's a higher chance they would give it to an offensive player than a defensive. So I'd
That's
say
true.
Smith and
Yeah.
Jigba.
I mean, we go back to, I think it was 2014, J.J. Watt had a 20.5 sack season, and I think a couple offensive touchdowns, too. The goal line fade to J.J. Watt. Can we hang that in the Louvre, please? When is that coming back? Are we ever going to throw Myles Garrett out there on a fade route? I'm here. Shedeur to Myles Garrett next week. Anytime touchdown to Myles Garrett, book it. It's going to happen. It's not.
That is the most predatory gambling he's ever given. So we might have to throw up the
I've
number
never
just for
influenced,
that.
I've never
Yeah, that
influenced
was-
the bet as much as that. Actually.
That was
That's-
awful. I mean, that's like the post that FanDuel makes at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and there's somebody commenting "Oh, great choice."
Yeah, PJ Tucker, 5
$1 to win $10 million on the
Yeah.
Myles Garrett touchdown. Can you buy a Myles Garrett anytime? I guess you could because of fumble, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this. It's great, great segment of EV passes and primetime picks. Now we're gonna mix it up as I'm gonna run through the Detroit Pistons. And while I do that, Austin Fisher, will you pull up your screen time for me?
Would you like to go? Okay, we have a small sample size this week, which is 2 days, or last week. I'm gonna let you pick your poison here.
Okay.
Which would you prefer?
I want this last week. What was your screen time? What's your daily average?
So, like from Sunday to Saturday.
I want all the viewers to know my daily average screen time is about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Which is great. And I've actually personally asked Ryan, hey, what do you do during the day? Because I need to obviously fill my time with something else other than this device.
I do a lot of thinking.
That's probably something I should do.
Doesn't do much for me, but I try.
I've learned that it probably helps, the dopamine level is just,
Yeah. What's the number?
9 hours, 28 minutes.
All right, so
We're
while
getting
we got Jonathan here, great to see you, Jonathan. Jonathan's going to join us here in a second for the show. Jonathan, pick up the camera, please. So I wanted to talk about my Detroit Pistons, but while I do this, you can just go back and forth between me and Fisher as.
Can we tell the audience what's the push-ups to hour ratio?
So, Jonathan, you're going to follow Fisher as he does 5 push-ups per hour.
The shoes are coming off.
He for his hour of his screen time. We might keep this segment up. I'm not sure. So 45 push-ups, and I got to talk about my Detroit Pistons while he does it. So you can follow him, and I'll talk about my Detroit Pistons. So you get going. Just kind of zoom in on him.
Good form.
Here's the zoom.
Oh, yep.
So, so my Detroit Pistons, for everybody at home, last week, Tuesday night, beat Atlanta 120 to 112. You know what that means, baby.
You just got pissed on.
Yeah, that's right. Get pissed on. Saturday, great job, Fisher. Good job, kid. Good work. Good work. All right. Saturday, the Detroit Pistons beat the Milwaukee Bucks 129 to 116. 12 straight win. 12 straight win. Huge for the Detroit
I need a
Pistons.
breather. God bless.
You taking a break? What was that?
I'm at 30. No, I'm making great pace here. But
Pistons won their 13th straight game of the season tonight as they beat the Pacers 122 to 117. One more get pissed on for the folks at home.
You just got pissed on.
God bless.
All right, and Fisher, is that all 45?
That's 35. I haven't.
35?
Yeah.
Oh,
I shouldn't have
10
stopped.
more.
I killed the momentum.
No, the
Oh,
lactic
my-
acid's coming through.
Oh, now my traps are feeling.
Oh, just stop. It's too
No, we're
brutal. You
there.
can just stop. You can just stop. It's okay.
You're hurting
it's
him.
okay. Great job.
pal.
Great job.
Thanks, pal.
Great job. All right, kids, stay in school and stay off the phones. That's the lesson from that. All right. Okay, so next up we are going to have Fisher. You can take a bit of a break. As Jonathan, you're going to come on and we're going to do a bit of unanswerable questions. Jonathan McPherson, great to see you. All right, really excited to have you here this evening. Can we get the camera flip for me so I can see myself?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Jonathan. It's always great to be able to see Jonathan. Great to have you on this nice Monday evening.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're excited for the first episode of Late Night Ryan. Get to be here.
I'm so grateful to be here. It's fantastic. I was here on time. I was punctual, that's a really big thing for me. But I didn't understand a thing you were saying.
The football stuff, it's like just tongues. Yeah, you're good. All right, well, so we got about 25 minutes here left in the show, just a little under that. First thing I want to do, we're going to talk about some, in life, there's always unanswerable questions, just things that seem beyond us, right?
Yeah.
And so I would like to talk to you about some unanswerable questions. Austin, can we pull in the camera a little bit? Can we get a little bit nice and zoom, soft zoom?
Of course.
Soft zoom here.
This is some deep stuff we're getting into.
Deep thoughts. So I'll start off with the first unanswerable question, then you can go, okay? The unanswerable question for this week from me. Do we think Mr. Miyagi was Daniel LaRusso's best man at his wedding? Like, he doesn't have any other friends, right? All we see is him work his ass off Mr. Miyagi and then defeat Johnny Lawrence. Now, we're not counting the Cobra Kai, canon. We're just looking at the original
okay.
Karate Kid film.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I thought we were getting existential, but this is far worse. This is okay. Yeah. The real question is, did Mr. Miyagi live to see the day?
Oh, how old do we think Mr. Miyagi is? Fisher, you got something for the peanut gallery?
You want me to actually get the number? I want you guys to give it a
Well,
guess.
okay, if I set the line, right,
Yeah.
I think if I said to you,
You want Karate Kid 1? Like
Karate Kid 1,
Okay.
look up what his age is canonically, not the
Yeah.
actor, canonically.
The movie takes place in the 80s.
84 is when it releases.
84. We know he's an adult and has a kid.
I think he's like
by
55.
By World War II.
I think 55 is my guess for age. What do you think? And this is a Price is Right. You don't want to be over,
Okay. You don't want to be over.
right?
Well, okay, I guess.
So maybe I go
mean,
60. I
well,
go 60. I'll go 60.
Yeah, I think he's like 60. 60.
60,
I go
right.
65.
All right, hang on.
Well, okay, like how old are you having a kid in 1940s?
True.
Because that was the thing though, right?
I mean, Charlie Chaplin had kids when he was so old he couldn't even pick them up.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it was Chaplin. I think is it Chaplin? Is it Chaplin had a kid like 75?
I don't.
I have no idea.
Oh man, it's been a little moment since I've watched Harry Met Sally, but they talk about that.
Man. Is that Matthew McConaughey?
What? When Harry Met Sally?
No,
Billy
they-
Crystal. Billy Crystal.
Oh.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies ever, actually.
I'm
That's all right. We'll bring up an unanswerable question about that one in the future. But I'm saying, I guess my point is this. So, timeline. Daniel LaRusso gets to go on, in my opinion, the greatest movie date of all time, which is Golf and Stuff with Elizabeth Shue. That Golf and Stuff, just a peak date place. I mean, go rewatch the Golf and Stuff scene. It's got that song. It's like young hearts beat fast, driving down the road. It's a good song.
Okay.
And we had to stop because it's not public domain. We had to cut that off.
Okay.
But it's just a great date scene. And I'm thinking to myself, let's say those crazy kids, they get married in right as soon as college done, right?
Oh, okay.
Because I think Daniel LaRusso.
Did Daniel LaRusso go to college?
Hell no! But Elizabeth Shue probably did.
Okay.
I enjoy that I can't remember her character's name, but Daniel LaRusso is Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah. Wait. Well, no, we're nixing the Cobra Kai kid.
Well, if we are saying we can grandfather in a little bit of Cobra Kai, if he is a car salesman, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he went to college.
Yeah, no, that's obvious. He's
yeah.
a self-made guy, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you can't be self-made if you don't go to college, but that's definitely
My father's self-made man, didn't go to college.
Yeah,
He's always very proud. He loves to check the some college box on the papers.
That's cool. I like that.
It's his
Yeah.
flex.
Yeah, no, he's definitely like a guy at the public library. Definitely read Atomic Habits. Definitely.
My dad or Daniel LaRusso?
I'm thinking both, but
Both are big Hatchet guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you read
Gary
Hatchet
Paulson?
middle school?
I didn't actually. That was the one
Yeah.
book that I
Really?
Yeah, I was all over Harry Potter and
Oh, okay.
Percy Jackson at that time.
Oh, I was a huge Rick Riordan guy.
Oh!
Huge Rick Riordan.
Yeah, that's good.
I think Real Unanswerable. I was gonna say real unanswerable question. Would Rick Riordan ever write about a current religion? I feel like that could be very problematic very, very easily. If Rick Riordan's like, you know what I'm tackling next? Demigods of Hinduism. Like that would be like,
Yeah.
whoa, Rick.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue that there are pagans today that still celebrate like Greco-Roman beliefs.
Really? That exists?
Yeah, dude. There are weird people everywhere. Check Portland.
Is that what?
You'll find everything
Yeah.
there.
Is it- Damian Lillard recently seen crying to Aphrodite. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
dude.
okay.
Aphrodite's mean. We'll see later in the in one of our. Books.
Oh yeah, we read those.
Yeah,
we're on the next segment. Yeah.
No. In that book, is Aphrodite kind? No.
No.
But best man.
Who? Like he doesn't have any friends. He moved. He has no friends.
Do you want their age, Mr. Miyagi, by the way?
Yeah.
59 years old.
Oh, we were just
Okay,
over.
that's that.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But imagine the mom, because like imagine meeting his mom and you're like, all right, so like really excited for the wedding. And it's like, all right, who's the best man? He's like, Mr. Miyagi.
He's got to be old by then too.
Yeah, he's got to be pushing like. It's probably like 8-ish
70-ish?
years. Yeah, it's like he's probably like 70, early 70s. Like that'd be like have my
that's
grandpa be
manageable.
my best man.
That's manageable. Also, like, what was that best man speech like?
It's got to be something like wax on, wax off. Like
Yeah.
talk about that, right?
It's like Daniel could not punch when he met me, and now he knows how to punch, and now he's married, and that's it.
And
because it's a 70-year-old man.
The wedding gift is 100% a bonsai tree. Like that's 100%, right?
Yeah.
And,
Okay. I think we're getting into the sub conversation of would he have been a good man, good best man, good best.
Oh
man.
yeah, that's the next question. Is Mr. Miyagi a good best man? Because I think it's quite awkward for the maid of honor. Because she's probably like 23, and like they're like walking down the, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, it's like her grandpa's sitting there. It's like I went to high school with him. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I think, to me, are we assuming that he didn't get any school cred for knocking Johnny's lights out?
Do you think if a oh, you're saying Daniel?
Daniel.
I thought you meant Mr. Miyagi because he also beats them up.
No,
I was like, do you think if a grown ass man beat up your friends in high school, you'd be like, that guy's cool?
in the 80s probably.
This guy rocks.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh man, these guys were punks, and then this old dude just mollywopped them.
They were smoking weed, which is equivalent to devil worship.
Yeah.
And so he killed them.
And so he, yeah.
Yeah. He did his right.
With all the PSAs going on at that time, that would have done numbers.
Fair.
No, but I'm thinking Daniel probably got some school cred after knocking Johnny down.
I'm now just imagining somebody posting on Twitter, like, just got my shit rocked by this 70-year-old dude named Mr. Miyagi, send help.
Yeah, well, and then on top of that, everybody's like, justice for Miyagi.
Justice for my boy, he freed him, he did nothing wrong.
He did, yeah. Well, actually, genuinely free him. He did nothing wrong.
It's facts.
Wasn't he? I need to rewatch Karate Kid. I think this is what.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
I think the answer to this question is that I do need to rewatch Karate Kid.
1984 actually is 3 of my top 20 favorite movies ever. Terminator 1, Beverly Hills Cop, my favorite movie of all time, and Karate Kid all come out in 1984.
And a presidential election, and a book by George Orwell.
That's a good book too. I really like my thing with 1984. When we'll go to yours after this, because I'm going too long. My thing with 1984 is I really liked the romance in it, and then like, it's not really meant to be a romance. I was like, oh. And my mom, who's an English teacher, is like, I don't know if the romance is really like, it's more of like their romance represents rebellion more than they're actually in love. And I was like, well, damn, I thought they had something special. What's your question?
You love your rom-coms.
I do. If there's romance in a story, I want it to be beautiful.
It was so in my head, and now I'm gonna have to think of a new one on the spot.
I think I literally remember what yours was, but I'll let you go.
Oh man.
We're spoiling that like we talked about it before.
Well, then I'll come up with a new one on the spot.
Yeah, we spoil it because we were discussing the segment for this week, and I was like, "Here's what I'm thinking," and then you were like, "Oh, that's great, I have one."
So we don't get canceled. It's only for it's for you.
It's Jonathan checking me for being honest. He's like, "We're talking Ryan, Mr. didn't say something too stupid."
Well, I wouldn't say that. Okay. I'm working on it. I'm stewing on it. Okay. Talk show hosts.
Okay. It's quite ironic given what the situation was.
Yeah. Do they have the right, in your opinion, to be actors / famous / like celebrities, no doubt, but are
you asking me, did Jimmy Fallon roll up in a movie to be an actor?
Yes.
This is an excellent question.
And I'll get heated about this one, and I know you have takes.
Okay. So looking at the clock, we got about 13 minutes left showtime. Within 3 minutes, we got to wrap this up.
Okay.
Because we have to get to literature. Classic literature. That's short for classic literature.
Naturally.
Literature.
Yes.
We're going to do some natural literature reading late in the evening.
I love literature.
Yeah, it's very, very tasteful reading.
Yeah.
All right. See, I want to say no. Because I want to say they are there as a beacon to host. But then I think about, if Conan wants to do some acting, I think Conan has every right. It's just because I don't think Jimmy Kimmel's really that great.
No, I don't. Which one's the one that laughs too much?
That's Fallon.
I also always get them mixed up. I'm glad I'm not alone.
It's two Jimmys.
Exactly.
You can't
I don't get
expect
them mixed up. I'm going to be really
You
serious.
can't expect me. Oh yeah, that's Jimmy and that's Jimmy. No.
Just go by Jim.
James?
Yeah.
James Fallon? I mean, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
James Fallon.
You know?
The best. Have you seen the clip though? There's a really great. I wish I had it. I would have pulled it up. We don't have time to do it, but there was Ariana Grande was on Jimmy Fallon's show promoting Wicked, and she like this baton twirl, and somebody edited her doing it with a lightsaber, and it's hilarious because Jimmy Fallon's in the back like this. Oh, they came out on camera. He's like squatted, like clapping. It's really great. It's hilarious. He looks like a little gremlin man because it's a gift, so he's just like little, and then just loops of him.
Good, Anakin. Good.
It's funny. I would say yes, but they shouldn't just get that role because that's what they are.
I think that's the only reason why they should get a role.
Okay.
You're telling me that they're gonna go on, like they need to walk on for a role.
Like Colin Domingo and Conan try for the same part, and it goes to Conan. Yeah, it's not happening.
Anyone
Yeah.
else?
No,
if
it's
you
true.
want to tell
That's
me
true.
personally that this person is going to be anyone else in any other world, they can't be. They can't be.
You know what? You bring up a fair point because like every big influencer and stuff like that, like they're like, okay, I want to be an actor now. And it's like the problem is you do hit a point where, like Mr. Beast, you can never act because he's Mr. Beast.
Yep.
He will never be someone else. And there's honestly an argument that happens to some actors, right? Like I think there's an argument of Sandler that he has hit. He's just Sandler.
Yeah.
And I give him credit for fighting against that. I think Uncut Gems is a big part of that. I think you going back to Happy Gilmore is a part of that, fighting against that, doing some iconic characters of his.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you do sometimes hit a point of fame where you're just that guy. I honestly argue Matt Damon's low-key like that now. Like Matt Damon's so famous, he's just Matt Damon, and I think Oppenheimer was a big piece of him going against that.
I think the biggest fight against it was Pattinson.
Yes.
Pattinson set himself up to be the dreamy boy in a couple of movies, and he fought so hard against
Yes. And then he peaked, and then the pinnacle of that was being Batman.
that. Yeah, and now he's in the Odyssey.
Yeah.
That's
we're all excited for that. Speaking of
the Odyssey,
great transition.
I can be clever. You're getting Frankenstein. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, sweet. I get Frankenstein. Fisher, grab that stool back there. Would you like to introduce? Or you want me to introduce? Am I the host that's not allowed to do that?
You are the host.
You're the actor, and I'm the host. I'm not allowed to act.
No, you're allowed to act.
No, because we're just talking.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, I'm so.
See, I'm on top of it. Fisher, you come sit down.
Okay.
Have you ever pretended to be a girl before?
I can't say it's a hobby of mine. But I'll try everything once.
We're gonna zoom out a little bit. All right, so for this segment, we are going to be reading some classic literature, colloquially known as cliterature, and we are going to just flip to a random page and do our best to create a pickup line based off of a random sentence. Correct?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just?
I mean, we can YOLO it. I think based on the content of the sentence too.
Yeah. This is all improvised. We did not practice any of this.
Oh
so.
no, this might be rough.
Okay, what books do you each have, just so they can get like a, good point of reference?
I've been given Mary Shelley's timeless classic Frankenstein. I think it was ranked 4th on Variety's top 100. I read a lot. Top 100 most influential works of narrative fiction. He is the one that was ranked number 1 on the top 100 works of influential narrative fiction. That was written like 2018, so it might be not still totally accurate. But number 1 was The Odyssey.
This is not the Odyssey.
Oh, I thought you had The Odyssey.
No, this is the prequel.
Oh, well, that was ranked like 6th or 7th. I think.
Troy Story and Troy Story 2.
Okay.
That's what I like.
That's
to
funny.
call it.
I like that.
This is.
I've never heard. That's good, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you. It's not mine. This is Robert Fagel's translation of the Iliad.
It's like the Hobbit of the Odyssey.
Yeah, that's exactly
legitimately how I always think of it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely people that like the Hobbit more, and there's also people that like the Iliad.
See, what I common misconception, and I didn't realize this until I picked this book up. The Iliad is not about the Trojan War. It is only about Achilles and his participation in the Trojan War.
Really?
Yeah.
I always think it's crazy when you're Homer that you created, like, this story BC, right?
Yeah.
And now, over 2,000 years later, there's going to be an IMAX release of it. Isn't that like kind of crazy? Like, it's just absurd.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He couldn't even like think of how that. Like, that would be like me creating a story.
Yeah, they had
2,000 years from now, it's like being plugged into your brain.
That's how
through,
Grandma
like,
Braun's still doing it.
They had the whole thing about the
That's a throwback.
That's how Grandma Homer's still doing it.
That's good.
Like, he still got it.
Yeah. And Tom Holland's gonna be in it, and he'll be thrilled.
Yeah,
Tom
this is his
Holland,
last
Tom
chance.
Brenthal.
This is Tom Holland's last chance. This is his last
Oh.
shot at being like an actor.
No.
That's a hot take for next week.
I'm saying if he doesn't do that, he just kind of becomes Tom Holland. I'm going to be in rom-coms now.
Yep.
If he's going to be like a Chalamet level guy, this is his last shot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think him doing Romeo and Juliet on the West End really helped him. I think that's
Well, you
what-
pay attention to stage more than me.
A lot of actors are going back to stage just for, like Peter Dinklage was just on not Much Ado. Ooh. I just did this show.
I love that you know this. This is
12th night.
impressive.
No, I mean, like, it's... this is known in the stage community.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, in the general audience, it's just not
General audience.
publicized that much. I was also going to say, we got to move on, but I was
Yeah.
going to say, I love when actors do stage work because it's like getting in the grind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're getting the nitty gritty, and you
Yeah.
got to do that to, like,
It's like training, and then they're playing a real online game. Like they're training. I mean, it's not saying that's not important. I'm just saying.
No.
I think it's super important to do the stage stuff to then have presence for the screen.
Yeah, I could talk about this for hours.
Let's do some literature.
All right.
I will start us off. My line is, "This was then the reward of my benevolence. I had saved a human being from destruction, and as a recompense, I now writhed under the miserable pain of a wound which shattered the flesh and bone." I mean, shattering flesh and bone alone is just, I mean, that's got to be some game, right? If I said, let's take out the writhing pain, but it's just like, hey,
all right,
baby girl,
Yeah.
may I shatter the flesh and bone? I'm a bit aggressive, right?
Yeah, no, that's a bit forward.
There's definitely some people into it. Just saying.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Okay. All
What do you
right.
have?
Here, you just tell me when to stop.
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
It's very consensual. It's nice.
All right.
Take notes.
Easy one.
If it was the Odyssey, we just flipped to the pages like Calypso, we'd have lobs.
One day, let them say, he is a better man than his father.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Based on
That's very-
yeah.
Girls interested in both of you, single dad, single male,
Yeah.
right? You're just like, hey, better man than the father.
Yeah,
That's easy.
I was gonna say, I've had to type in the past, and I could very easily be a better man than your father.
That's actually so much better. That's really funny.
That's great. Okay. Am I like awarding a
we
point
want
here?
to go one more round? You want to go one more
Yeah,
round?
oh, yeah,
Let's go another round. We're going to have to do this segment again because I really enjoy it.
That's
Okay.
good,
Wait, I had one. Farewell, Frankenstein. If thou wert yet alive and yet cherished a desire of revenge against me, it would be better satiated in my life than in my destruction. Just telling you right now, everybody loves a bad boy, right? And they always say, love and hate, love folk extreme
I think
clubs.
they're fighting at the North Pole at that part. In the
I'm
book.
just saying, they always say love and hate very close to the mind. Everybody loves a will they, won't they, you know?
true.
And I'm just saying, if they're crying out your name, writhing in hate, fought, chased you for miles.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound like beautiful love, though?
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
I mean, or stalking, but
Yeah, it just depends on the interpretation, right? I mean,
I.
don't take notes, kids.
All right, Flippant, you tell
All
me
right. Stop.
one. Okay. The god of earthquakes answered back, Idomeneus, may that man, that coward, never come home from Troy. Let him linger here, ripping sport for the dogs, whoever shirks the fight while his day lasts. Listen, that's the best way to say I don't want to go home tonight.
Wow.
Idomeneus, may that man, that coward, never get home.
You're actually right.
That's
You were actually right. I have another.
Yeah.
But I love that. That's really good. Can we go one more? I'm
I'm
having
having fun.
That was good.
I'm
That was
having
good. All right. Towards the end of this essay, I shall comment further upon the assumptions of, there's legitimately quotations here, big science. That's him saying he doesn't want to wear a condom, right? That's what that is. It's like we're not listening to big science here, okay?
science.
I'm not listening to big science.
When did Frankenstein ever listen to science?
No, I mean, dude is like, he did the fuck it, we ball mentality, and it worked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
credit to him.
A little too hard. All right, I'm gonna go towards the end.
Yep, go
end
for
of the-
it. Stop.
Last one.
Okay. All right. I have a tab right here, and I think somebody gets killed on this page.
Ooh,
but,
that could get
do you
intimate.
want to
Let's
flip
hear
to
it.
that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
see what-
See if we can get
Some
something
people
out
are
of
into that. It's a
Uh,
few minority, but
I don't appreciate that. Alrighty. Oh no, this is about Hephaestus, I think. And the famous crippled smith exclaimed warmly, "Thetis there! Ah, then, wondrous honored goddess, come to grace our house. Thetis saved my life when the mortal pain came on me after my great fall, thanks to my mother's will. That brazen bitch."
wow.
So it started goddess, got a little rough
Yep.
near the end.
Nope.
So I know it's Hephaestus talking about how Thetis, Achilles' mother,
Yeah.
and how she helped him after Hera tossed Hephaestus from Mount Olympus, which permanently crippled him, and that's horrible. I could very easily say though that after my great fall for you.
Ooh,
Wow.
brought it back.
Wow. I think he might have swept you. I can't lie.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Moral of the story: Jonathan, significant more game than me.
Consent always wins, kids. Please ask.
Holy shit!
Please ask.
Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna kick it to our last segment. We got Ryan's life advice to wrap us up. Fisher, get the camera for me. All right. All right. We just talked a little bit about dating, and I wanna wrap it up with the dating stuff because there's something that's very important to me. You see, this is a very important thing. I know everybody loves their short kings, right? And I get that. Good for them. But in general, I think most people would agree. We know the data tracks, the taller president candidate usually wins. People like their people tall. And this is a very important thing. I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm 6'2". But here's a very key piece in my life, is that when people ask me, oh, how tall are you? I have never in my life said 6'3". I could probably pass for 6'3", but I never have, and here's why. You always want to undershoot. It's very important in life to undershoot your height because you don't want to be that guy, oh, how tall are you? Oh, I'm 6 feet tall. Hey, you actually look more 5'11". Never a good move. So I'm telling you right now, if you have a dating profile and you're 5'10", put 5'9", because she's going to show up and go, oh, taller than I expected. Whereas if you put 5'11",